This is Mike from Granola Arcade. I'm going to show you how to replace a broken button cap on a TrailMix controller or anything with Kailh V1 switches. So here I've got a board that was sent back to me by one of my customers. It had a broken button cap with the tabs stuck embedded in the switch here. So if this happens, you no longer need to send me the whole board. I will instead send you a replacement kit here. Just contact me over Etsy or Discord if you need one. But basically the kit will include a replacement switch, replacement button cap, and this little tool to get switches separated. You'll just need a knife or some kind of flat metal wedge to get the switch that's on the board apart. But it's not too difficult to do with something you've got lying around. Normally, I think if you really wanted to replace this professionally, you could take this board and desolder the pins here and replace the switch entirely. Switches are widely available on lots of different websites, but this is a guide for people that don't have access to a soldering iron or just don't want to deal with the challenge of doing that. So just to give an overview of what we're going to do in this repair, essentially we're going to take the top half of this switch and remove it and replace it with the top half of this replacement switch and then replace the cap. So these tabs are embedded inside of the switch here. It's really not worth the effort to try to get them out. I've tried a number of different things and it's just not too easy. So if you take a look at the switch here, let me make sure that the camera is focusing. You can see that there is a clear plastic cover over the top held in by these kind of 4 tabs. There's 2 on this side and then there's 2 on this side. And our goal is going to be to take that top half of the switch off on the board and replace it with the ones on here. So for this separation here, we can take our little tool and the goal is to separate this without breaking it. These tabs are very flimsy and difficult to bend back if they've bent in the wrong direction. So this tool is here to help you get the top half of the switch off. So if you just align it on the top here with these wedges sitting kind of in between the tabs, all you got to do is push down a little bit and it will separate one half of the switch from the other. So I will do it with a better view here. Press it in. There we go. So the top half of the switch is off. Be careful, there is a spring inside of here, so we just want to lift this off slowly. We've got now this clear plastic bit, the bit with the tabs that are there. We've got our spring, and we've got the bottom half of the switch, which we no longer have a need for, but we'll just kind of set all this off to the side here. So on the board, the tool comes in from the bottom, and so you can't really use the tool to get the switch separated on the board here, and so you have to use a knife or some other wedge to kind of get under here and pull the tabs up. So here's where you're very likely to just break the tabs. The tabs are not likely to survive this thing, but luckily we have the replacement piece down here, so it really is not a big deal. So I'm just going to get under the tab, try to keep the switch attached to the bottom of the board. You want to make sure it stays flush with the board so that it doesn't mess with the soldering pins. So it's a little tricky when I am viewing it from this camera angle, but essentially you just want to pry them off and pry the top off the switch here. And the hard part's done. So last step, we take our replacement parts, put them together like this so everything fits, thread it over the spring, push this down, and our repair is finished. Seems to be working pretty well. We can take our button cap and stick it on, and there you've got a repaired controller. All right. Thanks for watching.